Hello children. Children, now lesson 15 from your maths textbook, that is the perspective view and the net of 3D objects. So let us start with the perspective view definition. A view or an outlook, the appearance of depth in objects. Or you can say the technique of representing three-dimensional objects on a two-dimensional surface. Or you can say a view of a particular situation. If you're seeing this image, some of you see rabbit and some of you see a duck. Why do you think that is? This shows even if image is same, one sees it in different way. One person's perspective can be an image of a rabbit or a duck. It depends on your perspective. Suppose we find ourselves in a desert where the ground seems to stretch out as far as possible the eye could see. We will be able to recognize the separation by a continuous line. See? And this is a horizon line. Take this image, another example. There are buildings. It is a busy street. But here also the horizon line still exists. See here. This is a horizon line. So children, what is horizon? So the horizon, you can say it's an eye level. The horizon line is always present and is always at eye level. Changing the eye level will also change the horizon line. I'll explain you through one example. Let us take three people standing with the same eye level. You can see the eye level of the three person. This is the eye level towards the front. Okay. Now in the center, one cube is kept. Now the person has to see the object, this cube. Then this is horizon level. Okay. This is horizon level. But once the person is seeing that object, they see different parts of the same object. Take the first example. If the person's, the object is above the eye level, then he can see the bottom part of the objects only. And if the object is at the level of the horizon, then the person can see the maximum part of the object. And if, take the third example, if the person, he has to see the object below the horizon line, then he can see the only top level of the objects. See, below, this is the horizon level, he is seeing the object below, so he can see the top parts of the object. So same way, camera also act. As an artist, we create an image and represent it as we have seen it by the eye. However, this camera also captures the images, the same thing in reality, and displays it in the two-dimensional surface. We as a photographer, we can control the camera and move around the object at an angle, so we can say the horizon line can be called as a camera point also. See the object which the person can see from the when he is standing below, and the object is lying above the horizon line. This is at the center. These are some of the examples I have shown you. So as I have told you, the horizon line is also called an eye level. An eye point can be called as a camera point, and it can be also called as a station point. Now, when you see this track, it ends somewhere. There is a horizon line here, somewhere here. So we can say this, where the horizon line ends, that is the vanishing point. The vanishing point generally lies on the level of the horizon. See here in this picture, there is a horizon line, and here only the track ends. So that is the vanishing point also. When we take one more example, the trees are planted. You have seen the trees planted on the both sides of the road somewhere. Here one side of the road track, the trees are planted, and in perspective view, the trees get smaller and closer while the track vanishes at the point which is vanishing point. You can see the trees get smaller and smaller and smaller and away from us. So the rays from the points at a given distance from the eye along the lines of the track are projected to eye, and the angle formed by these rays decreases with the increasing distance of the eye. Children, some characteristics of the perspective drawing I'll tell you. See the vanishing point also, and this is the horizon line also. We know object gets smaller as they move away from the observer. See the buildings, they are moving away from you, and so it gets smaller and smaller. And the objects which are evenly spaced, they also appear to get closer. So this is all about the horizon line and the vanishing point. See the different view, how you can draw the object with the different views. Perspective view. See the horizon line. When you see from here, the chair looks like this and you draw like this way. And when you see from here, the chair looks like this and you draw like in this way. So it depends on your perspective view. One more example is here. This is without perspective and this is with perspective. So what is the difference? See here the waves. Waves is evenly distributed. Can you see? And in this, starting it is very closer to each other. Then slowly it is dispersed and there is a lot of gap between the waves. So this is perspective view. And if you draw without perspective, you can draw evenly spaced as the children do. They draw the layers, they draw the waves in an even manner like this. So this is without perspective. So children, I think so perspective view is clear to you. We all have our own view of seeing the things, and that is the perspective view. And same way you draw the objects. This is three-dimensional drawn as a two-dimensional surface, and this only we call as a perspective view, and we draw the perspective drawing. Thank you and have a safe day.